What's up, everyone? Sweet Pete MMA, also known as Dominican Pete. I am on vacation. Yes, I have got my hair braided. Hopefully it holds and doesn't fall out. I'm going to try to roll in it. Hope you're all doing well. I just wanted to talk about some mixed martial arts, some good old-fashioned MMA, not just the UFC. Well, today just the UFC, but we can bring up the Bellator. Patricio Pitbull recently lost to AJ McKee, a bet that I won some money on, another underdog bet. I'm telling you, these underdog bets are the way to go. That's what we're going to start off today with. So we're going to look down at bestfightodds.com. Looking down, we see Jared Cannonier versus Kelvin Gastelum. Plus 142 and minus 168 for Cannonier. This is a pick'em fight. Pick'em fights, you go with the fighter with the odds you're going to make money on. I think Kelvin Gastelum is going to be too much. He's going to be able to stuff takedowns. His boxing is going to be sharp. He's going to be able to hurt Jared Cannonier on his feet, for sure. Kelvin's got power. He's not as big and physically imposing as Jared Cannonier. However, he is just as fast and just as strong. So don't let the book... don't judge the book by its cover. Kelvin Gastelum has a great chance of winning that fight. That's where I'm laying my money down. We have Alexander Pantoja versus Brandon Royale. Pantoja is a seasoned fighter. He came off the Ultimate Fighter Brazil versus Brandon Royale, who got that quick finish over... it wasn't a quick finish. It was a battle over the Kiwi fighter. His name's Kai Kara France. And I think Brandon Royale, although a great fighter, great size for the weight class, he's about 5'7", maybe 5'8" or 5'9", fighting at 125. He's long, lanky, just like the punk Josh Thompson likes to say. Tall, long, and lanky. He's got that tall, long, and lanky body, that frame, which is great for MMA. You can be scrappy, wiry, especially for the lighter weight classes. However, Pantoja himself is fairly tall, 5'7". He is ripped, he is strong, he is poised. Pantoja minus 168. That's the bet. That's the fighter who's going to win that fight. Then you got Brian Kelleher versus Domingo Pilarte. I don't know much about Pilarte. Brian Kelleher is a fantastic fighter. He's a little undersized, but he's a favorite for a reason. Again, I'm going to go for that favorite. Brian Kelleher versus Domingo Pilarte. The next fight is Fabio Cherant versus William Knight. Big favorite William Knight. He's coming off a big win, I believe. I can't remember who he beat last, but he's coming off a big win. He's minus 225. I'm taking William Knight to beat Fabio Cherant. Chase Sherman versus Parker Porter. It's close to a pick'em. Chase Sherman here. We've got minus 168, plus 142 for Parker Porter. That's a fight I'm staying away from. I don't know enough about these two fighters. I've seen them both fight, but Chase Sherman fought a couple times more in the UFC than Parker Porter has. I'm staying away from that fight, guys. Coming up next, we got Clay Guida versus Mark Madsen. I don't know much about Mark Madsen. I've seen him fight, I believe, in the past. I think he's not a newcomer to the UFC. But Clay Guida is a slight underdog at plus 146. The favorite is Mark Madsen at minus 174. Those odds are where they should be. I don't see Clay Guida picking up the win here. If I had to take that bet, I would bet Mark Madsen, but I wouldn't bet based off those odds. So I'd stay away from that one. We've got Austin Hubbard versus Vince Pichel. Very close. Minus 136 for Vince Pichel and plus 116 for Austin Hubbard. Pick 'em fight, guys. Go with your gut. I'm staying away. Again, I don't know. And we're kind of going towards the prelims. I'm just going to mouth them. We got Austin Lingo. I'm just going to kind of lip them. I'm not going to show you the odds because this camera angle isn't unique here in the Dominican here. I can't have my screens up. But we got Austin Lingo versus Luis Saldana. The slight favorite is Luis Saldana. We got Ramiz Brahima versus Sasha Palatnikov. That's a pick'em fight. We've got Ignacio Bahamed they don't even have his whole last name here, as you can see. Bahaman something versus Roosevelt Roberts. A tough call. I can see why Roosevelt Roberts is a slight favorite. Another fight. I don't know enough about these undercard fighters to pick. Bia Malecki versus Jose Nunes. I don't believe there's any relationship at all to Amanda Nunes, but Bia Malecki is a slight favorite. Jesse Strader versus Mana Martinez. Mana Martinez is a slight favorite. These fights, these female fights, guys, you know I like to go for the overs. Both those would be over bets for me. A couple more fights. Jesse Strader versus, oh, I just said this, sorry. Antonio Braga Nito versus Razak Al Hassan. The slight favorite is Razak Al Hassan. And the last fight, which I'm surprised, Courtney Casey at minus 205 versus Liana Jojua. Courtney Casey is a big, strong wrestler. She is big for the weight class. That's who I'd be picking. I do not like those odds. She's a minus 205 favorite. Again, I would stay away from that fight as well. But if you wanted to bet Courtney Casey is going to win the fight via decision, look at the prop bet. So yeah, the main bets, the main fights to look at. Kelvin Gastelum, I think, is the better pick over Jared Cannonier, even though Cannonier is coming off a loss, I believe. Kelvin I think he's coming off a win. Kelvin Gastelum is my pick. We've got Alexander Pantoja versus Brandon Royval. I think Alexander is the favorite reason. He's going to be too much, too experienced, too poised. We saw what he did to the UFC newcomer. I can never say his name. Cap, but that Cap is a talent in its own. He's athletic, fast, technical, but still inexperienced fighter, and he's got the ceiling is the limit. The sky's the limit. Sorry, he's got a ceiling with no limit, and but Pantoja is going to be too much for Brandon Royale. He's going to finish him late in that fight. And then Brian Kelleher versus Domingo Pilarte. Brian Kelleher is going to probably win this fight. I could see a finish in that as well. And then the fourth fight, William Knight. I'm going to take over Fabio Charant. And then again, Chase Sherman versus Parker Porter. That's a fight I don't know enough about, guys. Chase Sherman is the favorite, but Parker Porter is game. I think it's time for Clay Guida to hang up the gloves, guys. I don't see him getting that win over Mark Madsen, but you never know. He's only a slight underdog. Anyways, guys, that's my picks for this upcoming UFC fight night on ESPN, August 21st. Cannonier versus Gastelum. I hope you're all enjoying your week. I know I am. Look what I did. Sweet Pete MMA signing off. Thanks, guys. Take care.